Well, happening today in the Middle East, U.S. and Iranian officials will return to the negotiating table over in Qatar after a tense weekend, threatening to put their peace deal at risk. You think? Chief foreign correspondent Trey Yingst joins us live from Tel Aviv with the latest. Hey, Trey.
Yeah, hey, Brian, good morning. High-level talks will take place today in Doha, Qatar, aimed at advancing the memorandum of understanding between the United States and Iran. Special envoys Kushner and Witkoff will be in attendance and are expected to meet directly with the Qatari prime minister, according to a diplomat familiar with the talks. Technical talks about the MOU are then scheduled to take place on Wednesday.
Meeting in Doha is going to be perhaps important, perhaps not. We're going to find out. But we're winning militarily. It's almost won militarily, I would say. And it's really very simple. It's the denuclearization of Iran. We don't want them to have a nuclear weapon, and they're not going to have a nuclear weapon. And they've agreed to that, in all fairness.
Iranian officials have indicated that no direct talks will take place between the United States and Iran while in Doha, but did confirm a delegation will be traveling to Qatar. The 60-day window is meant to iron out the details of Iran's nuclear program and keep the Strait of Hormuz open. President Trump has indicated he reserves both military and diplomatic options after that time period. Iran's president, Masoud Pezeshkian, posted to X saying Iran will fulfill its commitments to the MOU. He did not mention Iranian attacks on the Strait of Hormuz that took place late last week and over the weekend. We're also tracking developments here in Israel, where Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz spoke to reporters yesterday. He indicated the IDF has been instructed to prepare an independent Israeli operation against Iran and remains on alert. Katz said that Israel would strike Iran with force if more missiles are launched by Iran. The bottom line here, the ceasefire is holding once again as these parallel diplomatic tracks play out, but certainly militaries across the region remain on alert. Brian?
So, Trey, I'm looking at the discrepancies to bounce off you between the two sides, the U.S. and Iran. They disagree on Hezbollah. The president says we're not going to deal with Hezbollah in Lebanon, and Hezbollah says they have the Israelis have to leave. They're not leaving. When it comes to nukes, I heard a statement yesterday saying they're going to need nuclear weapons, the Iranians. And when it comes to frozen funds, we say we're not going to release them. They say they're going to release them. And they say that they're going to be running the Hormuz Strait. And we say that absolutely is not going to happen. It seems like the sides could not be further apart. Where does this go from here?
Yeah, it's a great question. And the Iranians have a long history of saying one thing publicly to their domestic base and then saying something else at the negotiating table. And that is part of what we are seeing play out right now in the region. They are making these commitments to Pakistani and Qatari mediators and indirectly to the United States, and then publicly saying that they're not going to adhere to the terms of the deal. When we look at the situation in Lebanon, the Trump administration has done something quite strategic, and they entered into a parallel mediation track directly between Israel and Lebanon. And they're trying to undercut Hezbollah here because the Iranians want to tie this broader agreement to the situation between Israel and Hezbollah as Hezbollah continues to attack Israeli forces in southern Lebanon. What the Trump administration has done is push forward a framework agreement that was actually signed late last week to get both sides at the table with two common goals: to normalize ties between the two countries and disarm Iran's largest proxy.
Yeah, and we'll see. I also saw Iranian officials contradicted President Trump, saying there will not be direct talks today in Doha. What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. And when we look at the situation in Qatar, it will be critical to wait and see what comes out of those meetings. Because remember, America's top negotiators are going to be there. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, Jared Kushner, and they will have a team there to ensure that this moves forward. And if it doesn't, we will learn about it. But it's also important to note these are high-level talks that are taking place today. The technical talks are going to be separate from the meetings in Doha, and they will take place on a lower but still important level tomorrow. And that is when we're starting to get more details about if the Iranians are serious about making those nuclear concessions. Brian?
Yeah, what they say and what they do, it's almost two separate worlds. Trey Yingst, thanks so much.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.